We are headed over the Sahara to Mopti, Mali, in West Africa. The Sahara is not a featureless expanse of sand, but a highly textured landscape. The Sahara gives way to the Sahel, the savanna between the Sahara and the tropical jungle. Our drivers are waiting for us when we land at Mopti. On our way to the hotel, we are struck by the handsome people and the traffic. A quick look around the hotel reveals an interesting collection of Malian art and artifacts. But adventure beckons, and we head to the Niger River for a boat ride. Mopti is built on 3 islands and is called the Venice of Mali. Panasses ferry people, motorcycles, livestock, and produce across the river. The motorized panasses are for longer journeys, like from Mopti to Tonka and return. In 3 days and 2 nights, a panasse will take you the 200 miles down the river to Timbuktu. We are here at the end of the dry season, and the river is too low to make the journey downriver. The riverbank is bustling with commerce. I can only imagine the activity if the river were higher. A traditional commodity is salt from the infamous mines in the Sahara at Tigaza, Niger. Being a trading center, Mopti is the meeting place for many of Mali's tribes. This fisherman is Bozo. The riverbank is a very busy place. It is where people go to wash their kids and themselves, to wash their clothes and dry them on the riverbank, to wash their cars and their motorcycles, and to socialize and catch up on the news of the day. As the sun sets, the Panasse crew pose for us. Sun sets over the Niger River. A fisherman tries for a few more fish before dark. After dinner, we were entertained by a Djembe drum group. Sitting on the side were 20 or more women in their party clothes. They would get on stage and dance for a minute or two, then yield the stage to another dancer. The drummers and dancers were clearly entertaining each other, more than just us mere observers. We're up early and get a few pictures with the morning light. It's going to be a busy day. In the morning, a visit to Djenne by van, then back to Mopti for lunch. In the afternoon, fly to Timbuktu and back to Mopti for dinner. We get a preview of Sahalian architecture as we drive by the Great Mosque of Mopti. As we leave Mopti on the way to Djenne, we drive by a Fulani camp. The Fulanis, another of Mali's tribes, are nomadic herders. After the millet harvest, the Bambara farmers let the Fulani graze their cattle in their fields. A ferry takes us over the Bani River to Djenne. The ferryman is from another of Mali's tribes, the Tuareg. Djenne has been occupied since 250 BC. It was an important market center in the trans-Saharan gold trade. In 1988, UNESCO recognized Djenne as a World Heritage Site for its Sahalian architecture. One of the unique features of Sahalian residential architecture is that you can tell the makeup of the family from the building's facade. For example, this family has 4 wives and 9 children. The windows are called harem windows. The women inside can look out without being seen from the outside. This family must have set some kind of record with 6 wives and 13 children. The buildings have to be restuccoed every 1 or 2 years and periodically rebuilt due to the rains and the sun. We found the colorfully dressed people friendly and photogenic. Since the 15th century, Djenne has been a center for Islamic studies. This boy from Burkina Faso is studying the Quran. The Great Mosque of Djenne is the largest mud brick building in the world. It's considered by many to be the greatest achievement of the Sahalian architecture style. The first mosque on the site was built in the 13th century. The current structure dates from 1907, but is faithful to the earlier plan. As we walk around the dusty streets of Djenne, I'm thinking that Mali is a great entry point into Africa, a land of contradictions. Mali is one of the poorest countries in the world, but it has a rich heritage. Its people are joyful and, at least for now, well-fed and clothed. And the smells, sounds, and sights are like nothing else we experience in the first world. Back to Mopti and to our hotel for lunch. Then to Mopti Airport for our flight to Timbuktu. Timbuktu has come to connote a far distant, possibly mythic place. But here it is, with an international airport. The Sankoré Mosque was founded in 989. As the fortunes of Timbuktu grew with the trans-Saharan trade route, the Sankoré Madrasa grew as a world center of Muslim learning. By the 12th century, it had 25,000 students in a city of 100,000. At the height of Timbuktu's wealth in the 15th and 16th centuries, the university libraries had some of the largest collections in the world. Today, about 700,000 manuscripts exist in private collections in Timbuktu. We visit one of them, and our guide shows us the collection of handwritten manuscripts on paper, gazelle hide, and tree bark. We visit another part of the University of Sankoré, the Niger Mosque. It is undergoing restoration to shore up the structure against the encroaching desert sand. We say goodbye to our Tuareg guides and fly back to Mopti in time for dinner. We capture the sunset in a few more pictures. In the morning, we pack up, have breakfast, and head for the airport. Mali was interesting, but we were hungry for more, so it's back on the airplane. From the air, we get a good look at Mopti, the Venice of Mali. We start our souvenir collection with textiles unique to Mali, boholan fini, or mud cloth, which is actually dyed with a special mud, which is collected and fermented for a year before it can be used.